Hi everyone, it's Adrienne Leah. This video is showing the decks that I've received in a trade from Jane, My Life in Tarot. She's on YouTube. I talked to her on Instagram and she also has a Facebook. She included gifts in here too, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much. I love everything. This is the amazing card that she included in here. I like to save them as well as the postage too. I like keeping it in my tarot binder. They're sweet memories that I have of trading and things that are from my friends. I also keep extra cards from decks in there too. So Jane lives in Estonia and she traded some decks that are more in her area too. So this is a Polish deck. These are the backs. They look like granite or lava, maybe even celestial too. I love the effect of these cards because they look like when you're younger and you have the paper that's a blank paper and then you put pressure on it with a writing instrument and it has different colors underneath where you've put the pressure on it. I love looking at different decks and seeing their interpretations. I love this star card. I'm wearing some of her gifts. She gave me this wristband, and the outside looks like a dream catcher. It's amazing. She also gave me this pendant that has a fern on it. She's super crafty and included another thing that I'll show after another deck. This is the Russian version of the tarot. There was writing on the side, but she trimmed it off. I love her deck modifications. Look how neat it is. This is a deck that is nice because it gets straight to the point. I'm getting like a drier type of reading, so it reminds me of like a dry cappuccino, less liquid. And this is so amazing. It's a bundle that she included. And the colors are vibrant in there too. Thank you so much. I was so excited for this case. It has nesting dolls on it. It reminds me of the nesting doll that my aunt gave to me because she goes to Russia. I love this case. So it has the Shapeshifters Tarot. This one was the one that I was really interested in, or am really interested in. It's illustrated by Lisa Hunt. And again, amazing modifications to it. With the decks that I've used with Lisa Hunt's artwork, I've noticed that she switches the swords and wands. Some decks do that. It's not as common for the elements to be switched. There's a lot of life in this deck, and I feel like I'll have so much fun working with it. So the Sacred Flame is the sword suit, Ace of Swords. It's still in order. This deck even has the court cards numbered too. So 11 through 14. The Cups starts with the Well. Then there's the keywords. The Garden for the Pentacles, and the Four Winds for the Wands. Let's see. I was super excited about getting this deck. And the Goddess and God. So the God is in the Queen position based off of the numbering, and then the Goddess is in the King position for 13 and 14. So she included this notebook, and I was actually looking into getting a notebook for some notes that I wanted to take for the pharmacy. And I love this I love this so much because I love wolves and huskies. It was one of my when I was a bartender, and one of the bartenders wanted to practice tattooing, so she tattooed this on my thumb, or on my middle finger. I wanted to try out this deck, and it's the Vampire's Tarot. I think it's cool where this is coming from too, with the different lore linked to vampires. And she edged it in red. I feel really connected to this deck too. I have said in the past I work a lot with like Fae or dark Fae decks. There's not that many dark Fae decks, and animal decks. Sometimes Native American and shamanic. And I used to use the Ludi Lescott for a long time, and I did many client readings with that deck. But I love how she was talking to me about how you go on this journey with the deck and you do the things that you need to do with the deck, and then you move forward and you did what you needed to do, and you can keep going on with different parts of your life. So I feel like this is another stage. And I loved using the Ludi Lescott. I still have it. But I'm happy to have this deck now. And it has a style that type of reading style that I really like reading with. I like having detailed decks, and then on the other hand, I like having decks that are have more simplified imagery, or there's less to focus, but there's a lot of meaning behind it. But I do like a detailed card. So I'm so excited about this deck. Another one that she included that I was really interested in is the Enochian Tarot. I have the Watcher's Angel Tarot that I also used for a long time. This has the same artwork that created the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. She also did modifications on this one too. And I brought up the Watcher Angels Tarot because it's based off of the Book of Enoch. And she's talking about her experiences working with this one. This was an extra one that she included too. I love this imagery in the deck. And I love the edition that I had of the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot because I feel like it was an earlier release of it. When I got it, it just had the deck. It didn't have the book with it. I actually had the Dr. Snake book that I really enjoyed using, and it was, if I wanted to read more about the different Loas, or I would just refer to that book and other resources that I had. It was like a matte, thicker cardstock. I did like the other edition too. It was more of like a plasticky cardstock, but it was still nice, and I could go for either or, but I liked the one that I had because I started off with that one. It's nice going through the cards because I haven't really looked at a lot of them. She's so creative, and she made this soap. It has a star anise sticking out of it. It smells really nice. I was gonna bring it to Bry's and put it at the side of the sink. Because one side has this pattern, and then you could see that there's more of a delicate pattern on the top of it, more leaf-like. So I'm just gonna see the time. Okay. And then she gifted me this face serum, which I thought was so cool. She even got my skin type right. I didn't even tell her what my skin type was. So I thought that was like really funny. Because it says normal and dry skin. So I would say my skin type's pretty normal. But when I get an allergic reaction, my skin gets dry. And I just wanted to say that when she packaged my stuff, it was so organized in there too, that she used up every space. So it comes in this bottle. And it's more energy, more beauty. An herbal serum. It has a sweet classic scent to it. And it just goes right into the skin, and it feels like like a dewy type of effect. So I love that. I definitely want to use this too. Thank you so much again. I really appreciated everything, and I love everything. So thank you so much, Jane, and I'll see you guys in another video.